Let's jump into it. Game 1 of a potential 7. Winner gets the honor of facing Nass in the grand final. Remember, there's still $500 on the line for this match right now. Both players have already locked in that amount for making it to the semifinals. Prediction? Yeah, I'll go ahead and chuck one up right now, actually. Is there no prediction? I think the mods might be busy, so I'll just do one myself as we get started here. You guys can get your cheater predictions in early, because you're probably going to have a couple of goals of evidence to use as you make your predictions at the start of this match. I'm very curious to see what kind of Nass we're going to get today, because Nass, from what I've seen from him, is a very solid player, very good positional player. I'm expecting Nwpo to be the more wild and aggressive player in this matchup, but don't underestimate Nass. His style is very solid, and I think he's going to have the higher floor out of the two players, even if Nwpo has a higher ceiling out of the two players. And Nass will tie here just as we get the prediction up and running to get back at Nwpo for the earlier goal off the ball. Now he's got off the ball aggression as well. Haven't seen any bot Fennec gameplay, not too much at least, maybe a little bit from Nass at times, but nothing super botty to write home about. Would love to see that from Nass today, but he is very mechanical. I'm sure this is going to be an introduction to Nass for some of you, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy what you see. Definitely in with a chance here. Looks like the prediction is going massively in favor of Nwpo, which makes sense because he did play very well earlier today against Dark, and he is an incredibly talented player. But don't underestimate Nass. He is so solid. He's low 50'd the ball underneath Nwpo there. Respected Nwpo's recovery speed. Just trying to outposition him here. Look to get a bump off the ball again. It's actually Nwpo who lands one, and he's got a wide open net for himself. He can go up by 2. That's a little bit careless there by Nass. A bit pedestrian to put himself in the line of fire like that. Should have probably seen the demo coming. Successful fake kickoff for Nass. Nwpo's going to stick to the ball and try to even out the position. Nass this time able to avoid the incoming demo. Looking to spot Nwpo charging in, but Nass's attempt at catching Nwpo pre-jumping there, looking to roll the ball under him. Ineffective. Nwpo just sat on the ground, patiently waited, and now this time he will sneak in for a reverse challenge behind the ball. So this is a good defensive mix-up for Nwpo, but Nass advances all the same and fakes him out to take his second goal of the game. This is, I think, one thing you're going to be impressed with from Nass today is that even if someone can prevent him from advancing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, he still just keeps on making small gains, small wins as he chips away his opponent. There we saw Nwpo not falling for a low 50-50 from Nass, actually successfully reverse challenging him, but Nass came away with the ball both times. He doesn't really put himself out of position. He's not investing much, but these little threats that he's putting towards the opponent, that's a great snapshot from Nass. Nwpo saves it well on the back wall. Look how comfortable Nass is in this lobby, though. He's just sticking the ball into awkward positions, seeing what Nwpo's going to do with it. Here comes it, another bump from him. Oh, great save. Nwpo taking a bit of contact there, but did well to save that at all. Now Nass was in a really, really dangerous spot as he flew in. And Nass counter-attacking Nwpo, who might have overextended just ever so slightly there, but another great diving save from Nwpo. He's got a high bounce to work with, and work with it he does. Really get the double, no double tap possible, as Nass is quickly back as well. That is a low and slow shot from Nass. He'll not be happy about that one. Really, preventing easy turnovers is what he's all about, but he's quickly got it back from a crazy pre-jump early challenge. That is brave to come in off the ceiling in Nwpo's half for an extremely early challenge in an aerial play. Now, if he's remembering that just happened, I would not be surprised to see him just shooting from distance. to keep Nass guessing. Nass is just so efficient. He's up 2 goals here. It's some very simple gameplay. Mistake there from Nwpo to leave the ball. He should have stayed on that one. Should have probably played it into his own back corner and just accept the fact that yes, he might be at a deficit when it comes to boost, but at least you're not conceding a goal after a few seconds. But that's what Nass is doing here. Nwpo slots the bottom corner. Both players taking big risks when their low boosts after kickoffs go against them. I think Nass wanted a bump or a demo into Nwpo there. Probably knew he's getting beat into the ball. Zappy, nice and 2 month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. More composure from Nass. He's now trying to force Nwpo out of position again, and that's exactly what he's done. He's forced Nwpo to use pretty much all of his boost. Nwpo backs off to the corner to grab 100, and that's great because he's got a boost, but what's less good about that is now Nass has space to work with, and he almost scores off the back of that. Nwpo's got boost in the following few seconds though, and look at the recoveries. Nass did not see that last challenge coming. Nwpo has an open net and he misses it, but in a way that he can follow up with, and Nass is forced to make a diving save. Nwpo coming in for surely the finish. No, he's missed again. Well, 2 technically open net misses for Nwpo in a row there. They weren't completely open, but he's hit the post in positions where he absolutely was not trying to. That was not a play where he's thinking, okay, post is fine, I can follow up with another shot anyway. No, he was not ready for that. And he remains down by 1 for the time being. Slow shot from Nwpo. Not too much of an initial threat to Nass, but this follow-up might be. Wave dash onto the ceiling, and another shot on target. Nass saves it, but gets demoed in the process. Nwpo trying to keep the tempo up here. He's got all the pace, he's got all the pressure. Nass is just jumping, hoping to get some piece of the ball here. Nwpo grinds to a halt. He doesn't get a low 50-50. Nass stands solidly in the way of him. Just 5 seconds to go. Nass still on the ball. Nwpo trying to create space, trying to get the ball up in the air, and he does, but can Nass stay with him? Nwpo's there, and he's not going to get the ball one more time. Nass wins it. And as we've seen a couple times in this match, someone leaves the game after winning and might come back with a different car. Oh my goodness, Nwpo, you got enough chances at the end of the game there to score several, and he just couldn't take them. Multiple posts on shots that he tried to shoot bottom corners. That's the key. You know, sometimes it's better to hit the post, even if the net is somewhat open. Hello? I think I'm back. I don't know if I'm streaming though. Am I streaming? Hold on a second. I'm gonna pause this. Chat, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. No, they probably can't. I am. I'm actually live. No, I can't be live. That's not possible. My OBS isn't open. No, it's jokes. It's the beautiful part of having a broadcaster. I'm like checking to see if OBS is open when I'm back, but nah. Of course we're live. Now I'm in the game. I just need to really quickly change something here because the window is tiny. I'm looking at a postage stamp on my monitor here. I'm looking at the smallest screen you have ever seen. I'm just going to completely refresh this. Hold on. We need a little resume. Yes, sorry chat. If you just joined in, you're wondering, what is Johnny talking about? What's going on? I'm on a laptop, and it just briefly decided to turn off and on again there. No idea why, but sometimes it's for the best. You get a quick reset in there. Perfect time for it to happen though. Shout out to my laptop for doing that between games and not an important moment of a series. Okay, where were we? Nass. Technically, well, in some people's minds, stole a game there. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really say stole. It was more like Nwpo threw it. It was definitely that qualifies as a throw in some way. The only reason that the only reason I hesitate to say that is it wasn't for the win. It was for the draw that he kind of threw. And Nass will take it. Nass is, like I said, he's got a very high ceiling, or a very high floor with his gameplay. And Nwpo, despite being, I think, the better player at his peak, has got some troughs as well. And that was one of them. I mean, 2 pretty free goals. He's not taking either of them. And Nass starts off game 2 with a flurry. Takes away Nwpo's boost, and then takes away his ability to save the slow top corner shot. Easy RL, thanks to 7-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel here. Hopefully you're enjoying the ProDrops tournament. So I'll mention one more time, I've been saying this throughout the stream today and this weekend. We are going to be looking to get some cross-regional competition happening, courtesy of ProDrops. Probably next week. This is the plan at least. Looking to get some EU versus NA versus Middle East Rocket League action. Right now my plan is to get the 2 finalists of each tournament in a 6-player tournament of some sort. That's probably the best way to do this. And you know, if any of the grand finalists are not interested in participating, we'll just go down the line and offer it to the next player, because yeah, every single one of these tournaments were so stacked that the 3rd, 4th place players, even 5th, 6th, there's still going to be players who can compete internationally to a world-class level. Yeah, that means that winner of this not only playing for grand final, but also playing for at least the option of competing against some international competition when they move over to Europe. Well, of course the European players are already here, but when they move to EU, in NA's case, for the major. Oh, that's a mistake from Nass. Rare to see. Nwpo is there to capitalize on it. Nass had 100 boosts here. He just completely panicked. I think he misread the bounce for that to end up being a misplay. He had to have misread the bounce. Nwpo is just going to obliterate him on a kickoff and go up by 3. Well, this is much, much better for Nwpo. It's going to settle the tilt, if he had any, coming off the back of the first game. Nass just glances the boost on the way by there. Tries to scoot the ball to the bottom corner, but look how quick Nwpo gets back to it. Nass knew Nwpo was coming, but not even he realized that Nwpo is coming that quickly to get back to the ball. Just lands so smoothly. I mean, it's nothing fancy about it. He's just efficient. Just gets his car pointing the right way and gets moving as quickly as he can every single time. Something that even the best players in the world are sometimes surprised by, just how quickly Nwpo will get back to the ball. It makes it viable for him to just keep going, to just keep on driving into the ball from any position. The understanding that he will get there as quickly as he can. Look at this, a defensive pinch actually nearly bounces on target off a couple walls. What has Nass got from a trailing position? His playstyle is great when you're winning, but how is he going to up the ante? How is he planning to increase the amount of risks that he's taking and hopefully increase the reward as well? Well, not like that. Another miss defensively allows Nwpo to score. And it was another one of those positions where I think Nass just panicked more than anything. He had a bit more time than he realized to clear that ball. Maybe even take control of it. Am I going to do a prediction for the major soon? Yeah, I'm planning to. Planning to do a prediction stream for the major. That'll be this week as well, this upcoming week. Or maybe I'll save it for Monday next week, the Monday right before the major happens. It's what tends to happen with my prediction streams is I put it out there and then some information comes out that would have made me change one of my predictions, such as, you know, this player's not feeling too well, they've just, you know, caught a cold when they've landed late, or this team had problems with their bootcamp facility. You know, little things like that on a 50-50 matchup would be enough to make me swing a prediction one way or another. So, you know, probably wait until the last possible day, last possible minute to do predictions would be the smart move. What about top 25 player predictions? Yeah, planning to do that one as well. Looking forward to bringing the gang back together. It would be really funny, and I mean, we're not going to do it. Oh no. This is Rocket League from Nass. Well, that is a horrendous own goal. Nwpo was parked in the near post. Nass went for a demo on him. Nwpo moved, and then Nass kind of panicked, and in an attempt to play the ball off his own post, he just pokes it into the goal. Oh well, Nwpo's up by 4 now. I was going to mention it would be funny, I think, to do a top 25 player list like worldwide, including players who aren't even at the major. Just because I think there would be so many more arguments. But we've never got a lack of arguments when we do top 25 player streams, so we're probably just going to do it as we usually do. Major only players, top 25 players at the major, expected performance, and see what happens. The one adjustment, I want your guys' feedback on this before we get back to focusing on this end of this game. One thing I'm thinking about doing is, instead of having a vote at the very end of the top 25 to decide whose list is the best, what about we do a vote after every single round? So we all reveal our 25th best player, and then chat votes on who's the dumbest. And then we all reveal our top 20, our 24th best player, chat votes on who they think has the dumbest 24th pick, and so on and so on. And then at the end we can add it all up and see who overall had the most dumb picks according to chat. I think it could be quite funny. Cumulative dumbness. I feel like there might be some, you know, collateral in the vote. So like if somebody really messes up with number 25, I feel like chat might just continue to vote them the dumbest for 24, even if their 24 is fine. So we have to be very clear with the rules on that one, that you're just voting for one at a time, not the entire list. Some people are not going to listen, they're just going to ignore that. But maybe that's what you should, maybe that should be the punishment for having a particularly bad pick at some point. Oh, good save by Nwpo. It's probably not a save that he needed to make in this winning position. Nass doesn't look like he's got that much of a threat, at least not yet. He's not got that much of an additional gear to go to when he's trailing massively. I mean, he's just got to go for air dribble bump is probably the play based on what we've seen so far. I think that should be, at least at the moment, his bread and butter. Oh, Nwpo sends a warning to Nass. You best be ready to retreat if the ball's in my back corner. I mean, it's not that Nass doesn't have the mechanical options, it's just that they're not quite as precise as they need to be. He's missed a double reset there into the bar. He went for a single reset mind game before that, which Nwpo easily read. You know, I think Nass in the setup is a bit too rigid to really cause Nwpo too many issues. But his air dribble bump looks exceptional. I think that's what I would be defaulting to if I was telling Nass what to do. I'd be saying air dribble bump, just keep doing it until Nwpo gets a couple of them in a row saved. No reason to switch it up. Just keep going for the air dribble bump, and maybe you can get inside Nwpo's head. Maybe you can start to get multiple goals in a row in a comeback situation. Nwpo's got low ping because we're currently playing on the Middle East server. This is a predominantly Middle East tournament, so we are running Middle East as a priority server for this. Nass actually comes into this game as a higher seed. I considered giving higher seed server priority, but it's so rare to see Middle East have server priority ever. And if we did do the other way around, the ping difference would be bigger if it was Nwpo on EU and Nass on Europe. Nass would have something like 20 and Nwpo would have something like 90, I think, is what Nwpo usually gets. So this is a closer ping differential between the two players. Yeah, props to Nass. I really appreciate him you know, signing up. He knew that this was the case. I asked him would he be okay playing on Middle East servers, and he said, yeah, let's go for it, let's give it a go. And I'm hoping to get Nass in show matches on EU servers soon as well, so you guys can see what he can do. It's a great shot and a great save, but Nass is there for the second shot, which will not be saved. Look how slowly Nass is moving in the run-up to that one. Then he lets rip with a top shelf boomer, which Nwpo is barely able to react to. TZRL, thanks to 7-month Prime. There's also Stimulus, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, nice recovery there by Nass. He is going to try and, I think, fight a little bit more in positions like this, but he's underestimated Nwpo's angle shooting there. I think where Nwpo chose to position himself relative to the ball, had Nass expecting a little bit more of a slow play there, but air roll shot was sufficient for the Saudi Arabian pro to get his first goal in the game. I know some people are going to be like, what do you mean Nwpo's not a pro? He's banned, you can't call him a pro. But I mean, I kind of just use that word to describe players who are extremely good at the game, not necessarily literally professionals. He could be if he wasn't banned. I'm very sure. It's an absolute necessity. Next season, if there's, I mean, this season it's already kind of chalk that Middle East doesn't have 2 spots at majors, but next season, yeah, gonna need to have those 2 spots, I reckon. Gonna need to be a thing. Why is he banned? He's banned because he played on someone else's account when he was not allowed to play RLCS. He played for someone else, which is obviously completely against the rules. So it was a just ban, and he accepted it, took it on the chin, said, yeah, I deserve that. Don't feel sorry for me, don't blame anyone but me. I'm going to keep grinding and be ready for the season I'm back. And that's what he's doing here. He's trying to stay at the top of his game, trying to compete with the best. And really the goal for Nwpo today, I know lots of people would try and not look past their opponent that's immediately in front of them, and it would be unwise to look past Nass, who is currently winning the series. He's tied in games and he's 1 goal up. So it's hard for Nwpo not to look past him though, and not to think what could come later in the final. What a save, double save from Nass. He's going to run away with a counter-attack as well. And he calmly slots it. Nwpo underestimating Nass with the quick recovery. And now the 2-goal lead. Like I was saying though, how can Nwpo not want to go into that grand final and avenge his 3-0 defeat to Ruas? A player that he's got a lot of respect for, a player that he was going to be teaming with this season had it not been for his ban in competitive RLCS competitive 3s. Nwpo had options there and able to score before Nass's respawn comes through. Let's see what Nass was able to see on the respawn. Yeah, absolutely no chance. No chance of him getting back to the ball there. Nwpo swiftly down the center of the pitch. And a big kickoff win for Nwpo as he looks to tie. It looks like Nass, not Ruas, Nass had a wave dash recovery to get back to the play though. Nwpo just sticking it over his head, testing Nass's control, which proves to be more than enough to handle that situation. Nwpo reacts quickly to the wave dash shot from Nass and does not respect Nass's backward read. Big mistake by the Moroccan player. He had a huge boost advantage here, but he got in the wrong side of the ball, on the wrong side of the ball, jumped early, anticipating Nwpo rushing that one. That shows, you know, the Nwpo effect. He's so quick, he's so consistent with his reads on pretty much any bounce that Nass just has to assume that he's going for that, has to assume that he's reading it, and has to assume that he also has to be up quickly before he knows exactly where the ball's going to go. Oh, great shot, and an even better save. Nwpo somehow counter-attacking off the back of this. Controls it, flicks it top corner, and it's off the bar and narrowly away from the goal. Both players really testing the limitations of the goal here. As Nass now steers the ball to the mid-boost. Reset is his. Tries to wave dash to the bottom corner. He's shooting a lot of wave dash shots to bottom corners after he gets resets. I don't think Nwpo got one there. Tried to stick himself to the ball anyway. And Nass has run right through him and takes a 1-goal lead. Just over a minute to go. Well, both players struggling with a reset finishing there. Nass has shot low and wide, and Nwpo fell short of landing his reset in the first place. Another wave dash recovery kickoff gets Nass in control. He is in a far better position than Nwpo here. Nwpo, as usual, prefers to challenge head on. Nass saw it coming. 5-3. Quick play by Nass there. All he had to do was double jump and air roll into the ball, but he needed to do it quickly. Nwpo is on him. And Nass knows what Nwpo's up to. He knows that when Nwpo's in low boost and he can get to the ball, he will go to the ball. It's what he prefers to do. But now Nass, having countered the previous play, actually forces Nwpo to fake a challenge. It's not what he wants to be doing here. He wants to be aggressing. He wants to be creating chances. Well, he's got one for himself here, but the shot is extremely lackluster. No power, no conviction at all from Nwpo. Now Nass is in a massively advantageous position. Boost is his. He's got very good defensive stand set up for himself. He's playing keep away brilliantly. Hardly any time left for Nwpo. He's created a good chance on net though, and he scores it first time. Well, he's found a way to get back into the game here. Nass thought he had full control. Nwpo pre-jumps the wall bounce and scores with his first touch. 12 seconds left though. Nwpo desperately needs kickoff possession, but he's going to get one. think he can play the ball here, decides not to, wanted the boost instead. Nass unable to steer the easy shot on target. Can Nwpo get this into the air though? Nass is right in front of him. It's going to be very difficult to keep this one up. Indeed he can't. Nass fakes it and takes game 3. We have got a close series in our hands. It was expected to be the closest series of the day, and it is proven to be just that. This is being played on Middle East server. Nass is really showing up huge for this. And even if he was doing this on European servers, it would be impressive. But the fact he's gone to the away server, a server he's not really used to. I mean, the Middle East players are used to playing on Europe, but Nass is playing in the Middle East, and this is not something he's familiar with. And he's still 2-1 up against Nwpo. He's not yet played Ruas in this tournament. Maybe, just maybe, he could be the spanner in the works to upset Ruas. And when I say upset, I mean take a game. No disrespect to anyone else in this tournament, but Ruas does not look like he's going to lose a game. Kaliers was so close. Kaliers should have probably beaten him in a game, to be fair. Maybe 2, but he didn't. BK the Conspiracy, thanks for the Prime. Glad to have you. Thanks for swinging by after 4 years. Appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the tournament. I like that from Nass, actually. It's kind of a, well, it's a very risky play to be challenging for that position, but he's been so consistent, he's been so solid with his defensive positioning that it's actually smart to just go from weird positions at times. Oh, look at that flick as well. Nass ties the game with an absolutely pinpoint perfect flick. Just rolls the ball across the box and then slots it right over Nwpo's head. No chance of anyone saving that one. This is positional brilliance from the Moroccan player. Not many players can do this to Nwpo. It's all about changes of pace for Nass. It's not looking to up the tempo. He's not looking to play Nwpo his own game. He's trying to surprise him with acceleration. He's trying to surprise him with his solid positioning. And that's a clean demo. Nass is going to be up by 2 here, or up by 1, sorry. Up 2-1. Nwpo drops. This is Rocket League in the chat. Did he think on his screen that he demoed Nass, perhaps? The only reason I can think of him typing this is Rocket League. No way is he tilted by being demoed. I refuse to believe that he's tilted by a single demo there. Surely not. Fake ceiling challenge by Nass. Nwpo not able to get the ball moving before the real challenge comes in on the ground. Nwpo looks a bit out of sorts all of a sudden. Nass is definitely inside his head. He's having just so much success at preventing Nwpo's offense from getting rolling. I think Nwpo's starting to doubt himself, but well played there. Spots another early challenge coming in. Is this a bit too blatant? You know, I said every now and again, it's smart for a player to do this, but this is the second time this game that Nass has just gone for a blatantly obvious challenge. Perhaps that one was a bit too much. Nwpo playing for the immediate possession, even when he can play it to the back corner instead. Such an aggressive player. I mean, look at this. He's not had 100 boosts since the kickoff. Now he does, but he's just making multiple plays in the ball anyway, just to test his opponent. Oh, nice bump. Nass has surprised Nwpo again. It was a demo on the ground for the second goal. Now it's a bump just inches off the ground for this one. It was intentional as well. Flicks into Nwpo, knocks him away from the ball. And Nwpo with more unanswered quick chat. It looks like he's starting to get a little bit annoyed with the successful off-the-ball aggression of his opponent. He's still got so much time though, and he has had opportunities. I think Nwpo has got the solution in front of him. He just has to pick it up. All he's got to do is play his own game, but another demo connect. Are we going to see quick chat from Nwpo if this goes in? No, we're not this time. Nass with yet another demo. You know, I said in that game where Nass was trailing by several goals, I think air dribble bumps and air dribble demos are the way to go. His demo games look phenomenal, and you're not going to really make Nwpo feel uncomfortable in an aerial battle. Not many players are, at least. But it seems like that is the solution. Just stay physical, try and make it a as dirty a game as possible. Nwpo, at the moment, has not had a good answer for it. It's a good shot though from Nwpo. He convinced Nass it was on target. That one likewise, but Nass gets a very nice deflection as the ball comes off the post. Expected Nwpo to be up for it, rushed himself. Here's Nwpo on the counter. Has a high bounce to play with, shoots it low, but Nass dives down and meets the ball for another huge save. He dribbles right underneath Nwpo like he's not even there. Wants the demo again, Nwpo sees it coming. I think Nass decided that the bottom corner probably wasn't going to be available for him there. Played for a bit of a safer option. It's crazy to say the demo's a safe option, but it really is at times. If you're risking a dangerous 50-50. Oh, what a slot. Nass on the counter is now up 5-2. Well, he's just completely outplaying Nwpo here. Nwpo does not have an answer for this. Nass is demoing him in offense, and he's reading him in defense as well. Nwpo's got to, I think, just produce a higher quality of offensive finishing. He needs the pop-off plays, and there's one. Reset from the ground to air dribble is all it took to get the ball up and over Nass. Almost called him Nass there. It's going to be a nightmare final if Nass is playing Nass. I've just realized how much difficulty I'm going to have with their names. And Nass is going to be back for this. That's a great decision as well to take this to the back corner. Nass' positional game really is quite fantastic. He's not giving many opportunities to Nwpo to get easy shots on target. Every shot Nwpo takes has got at least a good part of the goal covered by Nass, and the rest just a difficult reach to get the ball into. Time ticking away. Nass still up by 2 goals, soon to be up by 2 games if things stay like this. Again, he just gets the ball past Nwpo in the simplest of ways, and once the ball's past him, the net is an easy open goal for him to shoot into. Oh, this is just brilliant by Nass. Once again, gets into midfield play. I mean, the amount of times that he is just making it into midfield play and watching the time tick away, the time that Nwpo so desperately needs. This is how you play with a lead, ladies and gentlemen. A small lead that you have to protect at all costs. Nwpo, this time goes low. Perfect switch up. Well, I said he's going to need to pop off for the aerials if he's going to come back here. He is doing that. Unfortunately for him, shots are few and far between. He's still only down by 2 though. Can Nwpo fashion a kickoff into his favour? I think he'll have to make do with this one. Nass is just so quick though. Wave dash recovery. Beats Nwpo to the punch, and Nwpo's dropped a nice one in chat. I am going to be surprised if that is a legitimate compliment. I don't think he means that one. I think he's probably a little bit annoyed that Nass has had so much success with bumps and now a kickoff goal late in the game, but full credit to him. Nass is the player with the wave dash recovery kickoff there. It's up to Nwpo to try and counter that. If he knows it's coming, he could be delaying his kickoff to try and counter it. He's just not really done that. He's still scoring with a far higher percentage of his aerial goals than he was earlier on. Is it too little too late here? 6 seconds left. Nwpo needs a direct kickoff goal. He's not even going to go for one. Nass is definitely inside his head, ladies and gentlemen. The physical game has completely thrown Nwpo off his own game plan. And unless he starts with a blisteringly quick lead in this 5th game here, I think Nass might just be taking this. 12 saves. What an incredible defensive stand that is by Nass. I mean, show me anyone, not many players in the world, but yeah, show me someone who wants to defend Nwpo for 5 minutes. The list is going to be pretty short. But that's what Nass has just done. He's accepting the fact that, okay, Nwpo's going to come at me, but that's fine. I'm just going to save enough of his shots to force him to overextend every now and then, to force him to land out of position every now and then, and make demos a possibility, make bumps a possibility, and ultimately be more clinical with my chances by a significant margin. First kickoff goes Nwpo's way. Nass is off the back wall here for a ceiling challenge. Nwpo muscles through him anyway. And this is unconventional from Nass. Most of his defense has been very conventional. He goes up to the ceiling before flying down for this one. Actually not a terrible idea by the looks of things. But he mistimed his dodge. Got a bit too low of an impact point and ended up losing it. So, Nwpo, what's his counter strat going to be for Nass's wave dash recovery kickoff? It looks like it's going to be a wave dash recovery kickoff of his own. Not a terrible option. Nass forced to just blast the ball off his own back wall here. Nwpo again, flying in high. Reset is his. Can he keep up the success rate? Oh yes, he can. It's a mind game. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nwpo watches a replay on this one. Oh, he doesn't want to. Well, respectable. Very respectable play there from Nwpo, just skipping the replay. I thought he was going to watch it and try and get inside Nass's head. He's definitely not inside Nass's head with his quick chat that he got 3 tries at last game. Nass is definitely a player who's extremely good at the 50-50s. As you can see, he's got a keen eye of where his opponent's going to be coming from. Whether it's in the air or the ground, he is masterful. Makes a 50-50 there. Nwpo jumps too high, expecting it. The ball goes under him. Looks like Nwpo jumped with a little bit of reverse momentum as well. Landed inside his net. Far from ideal. Or the Saudi Arabian player. Well, that's actually huge for Nwpo that he saved that. If he got bumped right there, he was going to be so annoyed to lose another lead to a bump goal. He'll probably feel he could have stopped. Nwpo just narrowly missed one of his own there. Shoots first time. Nass is darting back quickly. Perfect save. Wow, Nass has played that really well, but Nwpo's still on him. Tries for the double tap. It sets up the boost steal, even though he's missed it. Both players have played that exchange incredibly well. The composure of Nass to just calmly deflect the ball off his own post. And now, triple woo from Nwpo as Nass demos him as he chases him down the line. Well, Nwpo, you've got to see that coming, mate. It's hardly a new strategy. Why wouldn't Nass go for the demo there? It's just free. I mean, there's no risk at all. He just has a completely free attempt at a demo, and if he misses, no problem. You might still have the ball anyway. And now he gets the possession off kickoff, scores again. Nass is absolutely inside Nwpo's head here. I mean, Nwpo got the aerial game rolling at the end of the last game, but he's not really carried that forward into this game in a massive way. I want to see full commitment to the aerial game from Nwpo. This is what he has to do. Reset is his. A lot of boost being used, but once again, the threat is sufficient to force his opponent to jump out of the way. This is where Nwpo should reside for this entire game. He just needs to get up into the air and dominate in a way that we've seen him do in the past so many times. But ground game seems to belong to Nass. Physical game also seems to belong to Nass, but this is Nwpo's territory now. Once again, it is perfection, or is it? Well, Nass has to own goal. It's as good as for Nwpo. I mean, why dribble? Why would you ever dribble if you've got this guy's aerial control? I don't know what the point is. You should just be aerialing everything in this matchup. He's had such a high success rate. It's not like he doesn't have recoveries off the back of these plays as well. You know, despite the increased success rate of Nwpo's finishing, Nass is still the more clinical of the two players. Looking at the series as a whole, and also looking at the games we're currently watching, but Nwpo is still just blasting in reset after reset. He is just unstoppable right now. Makes you wonder, how has Nass managed to get 3 games to 1 in the series when Nwpo scores almost every aerial that he attempts? Every aerial he attempts looks like it will go past the majority of defenders in the world. I mean, the only person in this tournament I'd have as a favourite of saving these would be Ruas. Nass a bit unlucky there. Didn't get the inside post bounce that he wanted. Nwpo's going to pounce on him. And that is a very, very fast transition. Nwpo doubles in a sick. Perfect pre-jump. And a really good read as well by Nwpo to just go straight back to the ball. Beats Nass clean. Doesn't just get the ball past him, but gets his car past him as well. And really, if Nwpo can keep this up, why shouldn't he be going to Game 7? I really don't see how Nass is going to stop him here. I really don't. I mean, yeah, the demo game is great. Kickoff goals they're helpful, but I think Nwpo's got the adaptations to stop all of that from really being super successful against him. And he should be able to just use his pace to avoid demos and use his own wave dashes on kickoffs to stop Nass from gaining advantages every time. Well, let's see. Will Nwpo be able to keep this up? That's a good save, clamping the door shut at the near post. Nwpo looks to advance, wants to supplement the awesome aerial game he's had with a goal off the ground. 2 tries, 2 fails, but still, pressure belongs to him. Much like Game 2, when Nass trails by multiple goals, he doesn't really look like he's got another gear to go to. He doesn't look like he's got comfortable risk to add to his game. Well, here it is. Reset is his. Once again, though, he just lets it bounce on target. He's tentative to flip into the ball. He's afraid to even run ahead of the ball there and bump Nwpo because I think he realized he'd overhit that into the bar. I mean, he's got a reset game, but it's nowhere near the level of Nwpo. It's not in the same category, not even the same game that we're watching here. Nass tries an early challenge. Nwpo sees it coming. I mean, he doesn't need to slow play. He's got control at every stage of every aerial here. And Nass FFs. Wow. We are going to go into the very next game here. Nwpo finally figures out a win condition. That win condition is aerial, anytime, always. He just wants to get into the air and work with his flip resets. Try and build an unstoppable advantage for himself. He did very well there to even out the kickoff game as well, though. You've got to give credit where it's due. You know, it's easy to look at that game and just wonder, well, why didn't Nwpo just do that before? But one of the reasons is Nass didn't really give him as much space before the previous games. Till the end of Game 4, we didn't see too many chances for Nwpo to chain together, highlight real plays. But with his renewed kickoff success, starting to see more and more opportunities for Nwpo. That's a great shot. Baits at pre-jump. Nass is afraid of an unstoppable Nwpo slow play here, so he decided just to dive in. Nwpo slots it past him. They're playing on Middle East server right now. Adson, thanks for the prime. Welcome to the channel. If you are just tuning in, we're currently in the semi-final of the ProDrops Middle East, actually the Asia Middle East North Africa 1v1 Invitational. Rawas awaits the winner of this match in the final, which will happen after this match is finished. You know, I said that this would be likely the closest match of the day, because I do expect Rawas to just sweep whoever makes the final. I'm not going to lie to you. But this close I did not expect. Nwpo is really starting to play at the appropriate level now, the level that he needs to be at if he's going to take down a player as solid as Nass. Oh, Nwpo's just scoring at will now. Nass fails to make contact. I'm not sure why he's missed that one. I mean, that was just a bouncing ball off the wall. Has he tried to... Yeah, he's tried to go for a goal, actually. He tried to be very greedy on that one. He didn't play for the 50-50. He didn't play for the challenge. He was kind of hoping that Nwpo wouldn't go for the ball and that he would just be able to jump over him and score from distance. I mean, is that wise when you're playing against Nwpo? I would say no. I think he's probably going to go for the ball there. 99 times out of 100. Now Nass is in a disastrous position. Nwpo is just chipping away at him, peppering the goal with shots. And trying out different angles of approach this time. The sidewall's looking pretty good. Nass boost starved. And down by 5. The most crushing minute from Nwpo that we've seen all series. And it couldn't have come at a better time. He was visibly tilted. Oh, what a pre-flip save. Just when Nass thought he might have found an opening. Nwpo shuts it and scores on the counter. It looked like Nass had got inside, Nwpo said it looked like this one was going to be a quick 4-1. Nwpo stabilized and completely taken over control of this match. Like I've been saying, every time Nass is trailed by multiple goals, where are the all-in plays that convince me that a comeback is possible? You just have to go for all-in plays in a position like this. You can't be inching closer and recovering. You just have to go for it. Now that was pretty close. It was still a miss. Nwpo trying to show him how it's done. Nass defense up to the task. Nwpo just anticipating early challenges here. He knows that Nass is likely to be taking those risks I'm talking about. Not just with his offense, not just with all-in offensive plays, but all-in defensive plays as well. Just charging challenges and very risky distances of approach. That's what Nwpo's expecting. He's just chucking in some shots every now and then to look to catch Nass advancing into these risky positions. Driving challenge there by Nwpo. Didn't want to flip into the ball and give it unnecessary volatility, especially when his opponent didn't have a lot of momentum to work with. It's similar to the driving kickoff where you just drive into the ball. Look to not give your opponent anything to work with. Oh well, Nass, I think he nearly surprised Nwpo there. The near post shot. Nwpo just sitting in goal. He's waiting to see what Nass has got for him. Nass once more doesn't proactively shoot it. He just bounces the ball on target, recovers, and tries to collect a bad save by Nwpo. Nwpo's not giving him anything to work with here. This is a dominant display in Game 6 as Nwpo tries to send us into the ace match. Tries to make that grand final appearance against the man who sent him into the lower bracket of Group A. Eventually Nass has scored. Nwpo, not for the first time today, jumps while shadowing with a bit too much momentum towards his goal. So right here, if he wants to save this, he's got to hit the brakes before he jumps. If he jumps, he's just going to fly into the goal with his own car, and the ball's going to hit him on the way in but continue moving. If he hits the brakes before he jumps, just that little bit of a slower car will maybe give him a better touch on the ball. That's a great pre-jump by Nwpo. He's got boosts on the land as well. Boosts to land on as well, I should say. You know, credit to Nass, he has tried some more risky plays there. Double tap qualifies to the type of shot that we were talking about earlier, the type of shot he needs to be going for right now. Nass wants the mid boost badly. He wants to have the opportunity to attack with the full force of his offensive arsenal. Nwpo's just not giving him any space though. At this moment, open net for Nass. Nwpo, in his attempt to take away all the space, ended up on the wrong side of the ball. Yeah, he just didn't expect that one to go quite as quickly into the ceiling. But what has Nass got left with a minute to go? Like I keep saying, I don't see the ability to score 4 goals quickly, relying on outplays. You know, misplays maybe. Outplays, where are they going to be? It's so hard to outplay Nwpo. He's so quick and he's so solid now with a now 5-goal lead, but even 4-goal lead. Looked extremely comfortable. I think for me the play is even more clear than before. It's got to be air double bumps, it's got to be demos, even run ahead demos, just roll the ball on target, drive in front and demo it, if nothing else, to tilt Nwpo, who did seem to get pretty annoyed at Nass's earlier success this series with physical plays, both on and off the ball. So if the most clear route to success was the air double bump before your opponent got tilted, surely now that Nwpo's been tilted, gotten out of the tilt. Look at this chain demo from Nwpo. He didn't go for another one. Surely the option for Nass is to just maximize the physical play in Game 7. Nwpo's stepped up. Now Nass has to do the same. Yeah, I'm shocked that Nwpo didn't go for another demo there. I really thought he was going to go for one. one last demo. Do I think Nwpo faked the tilt? No, I don't. I don't. I think he looked to be genuinely annoyed. Just the type of plays that he was losing out to were kind of annoying, so I could see why you would be annoyed by it. And yeah, the fact that he's quick chatted really cements it for me that he probably was tilted. But he figured out the best way to score is not to try and chip away at Nass with the ground game. It's just to go all in. I mean, I think Nass's defense has been at a very high level. And when Nwpo's sending 80-90% risk shots at him, Nass has got a very good chance of saving them and turning them around into counterattacks. But when Nwpo's sending full mechanics, full risk shots at his net, I don't think Nass can match him. I think Nwpo is just too good with his aerial game. So it's just all about execution. If Nwpo executes, he's going to score. If he doesn't, then Nass is probably counter-attacking him. It's time to find out. Will Nwpo show up in Game 7? I think if he does, he wins it. But any fall-off form, any kind of tilt at all, and I reckon Nass is going to be just so solid and run away with this. Nwpo in the area there. Nice little feints there to bait the clear from Nass, which concedes possession. Nwpo tries to shoot from a great distance, but it's this time easily saved. Nass with his first big chance of Game 7. The flick is extremely lackluster though, not a ton of power on it. Not the most accurate either. So he has dodged the back corner demo that Nwpo just attempted. What's he got planned on the follow-up? It's another flick. This one goes way high, so he's had one flick too low, one flick too high. If he can split the difference, then he might be onto something here. Like I keep saying, I really just want to see full commitment to the demo game by Nass. That is, I think, the strategy that's worked for him more than any other offensive strategy he's tried yet. Oh, he's trying to pick up the boost on spawn here. That's incredibly risky. He got it, but look what he's had to pay for it. An entire goal for Nwpo is the cost of waiting on that 100 boost pad. Absolute banger by Nwpo to go up by 1. Nass, despite not having it, the dominant kickoffs he had earlier, is still coming away with possession every now and then, but aerial control is just a different class. Nwpo clearly above Nass in that aspect of the game. Nass has to rise to the occasion in a different aspect if he's going to have a chance here. Nwpo just turns the game around too quickly on him before Nass could turn. The shot's already over him. Little bump is all it took. Spun Nass around. He half flipped to face the way he wanted to be looking, but it was too late. Nass trying to get around the ball and dribble this one to safety. Well, he's actually going to score off this. Well, you know what? When the game gets weird like this, Nass seems to be the one who plays a little bit better after the fact. Really great absorption on that 50-50. Just completely nullifying Nwpo's intentions. What else has he got? Where's the physical play for Nass? It's another failed flick. He's tried 3 flicks so far this game. They've all failed in one way or another. I think he's got to switch it up there. These precision moves. I mean, flicks aren't the most mechanical thing these days in the world of Rocket League. Not simple flicks at least. But they're still precision moves. And if your precision mechanics are not on, your first touch is not on, you got to try something a little bit more robust. And Nass is definitely running out of time to figure that puzzle out. He's on a losing streak at the moment. Nwpo with 2 straight games, and now 2 goals to the good as well. And their possession is his. Nass patiently waiting for his next opportunity. What's he going to do against this aerial play? He gets a piece of it, but not enough. Nwpo is just terrifying with the resets. Nass is thinking, as Nwpo comes in here, well, this could be going anywhere. That could go either top corner or straight down the middle, who knows? And he guessed wrong. Only got a slight touch. 3-goal difference. And a kickoff win for Nwpo. I think game is absolutely in his favor now. Nass fizzling late in the game. Nwpo decides to dodge and fire another shot at him, not showing any respect to Nass's pace as he beats him to the ball once again. Nwpo knows that Nass is running dry on boost. The back corner is up. That means Nass didn't have it already. He does now. And Nwpo has a 5th goal. First shot didn't need to be on target because Nwpo's there to follow up if it isn't. Nass wanted a piece of it. I think he probably knew that it was hitting the bar, but he wanted to hit the ball at the same time as it hits the bar there. Either to pinch it or half volley it clear. It's a very nice save by Nwpo. Allows the recovery. Will he get a third? Doesn't need one. He might now. Nass has control. Nwpo just reads him to perfection and deflects another save clear of the goal. Just looks like he's got that problem from game 3 and 4 figured out. Nass still not confident dodging with his reset plays. It's somewhat of a mind game element in all of them that he's gone for. It does work out on the second attempt, but I really think it's time for Nass to just send it. Whether it's a reset to the top shelf, whether it's an air dribble bump, he's got to just go for it here because he's not had success trying to claw and inch his way back into games that he's trailing in, such as this one. Nwpo's defense definitely underrated by the looks of things. Can Nass break him down? Shoots at him directly. You might be wondering, well, why is Nass doing that? It's because it's difficult to save. If Nwpo gets a slight touch on a shot to the side of the goal, then it's probably going to naturally clear itself, but because it's straight at him, it's quite difficult to get that to go into a back corner, and it sticks around in the middle of the goal for Nass to score. With a minute left, he's won another kickoff here. Has 100 boost to play with. Nwpo's on the ball though. Shoots it high to waste a bit of time. Not enough time to grab the back corner boost though. Now here comes Nass down the middle. But before he can even think about setting up a pop bump, Nwpo's stuck a challenge in. Nass takes too long. Nwpo is up by 3. I think he wanted it there. He was looking to get the ball on the back end of the car. Double jump pop usually follows that kind of position, but he just took too long. Yes, Nwpo, if you take any kind of time beyond a blink, he's going to be on you. Nass with the air dribble. This one works. You know, I said it's got to be something else other than a mind game, and the first time that he tries something other than a mind game, it works out. It's just a direct air dribble to the top shelf. Great power in the last touch from Nass. Because Nwpo's become so accustomed to Nass faking those, going low, looking for mind games on his air dribbles, he moves a bit too far forward. That being said, Nwpo's still in a fantastic position and he's buying time for himself to just survive on a 2-goal lead. Less than 20 seconds remain. Nwpo wants to make it 3, and he does. Nass a bit lost for what to do, stuck in no man's land, had boost to play with, but wasn't sure if he should be challenging on that bounce. Challenging while Nwpo's popping the ball in front of him, or defending the goal. And while he's deciding what to do, he did absolutely nothing. Nwpo launches in a 3-goal advantage, and now wins the game by saving one more shot. It's not a guaranteed win, but this is as free as an open net for Nwpo. All he has to do is get into midfield play 1 time out of 2 here. If he can just get this ball rolling, then he's absolutely fine, and that's what's happened. GG's. Nwpo with 3 straight games takes down Nass. Nass fought bravely. He, like we said at the start of this match, has such a high floor to his gameplay. If you're not playing at your absolute best, he's just going to take games off you, and it's going to be so frustrating to play against. But Nwpo, massive credit to him. Just stabilized that tilt. I think he was tilted after game 3 and 4. But he stabilized and wins all 3 of the games at the business end of the series. GG's. Thanks to Nass for playing. Pleasure casting him, and looking forward to getting him back on the channel soon with low ping. Because forget not, that was Middle East ping Nass. He's not used to playing with that ping, and he played brilliantly.